3 reasons Harry Kane just overtook Pelé and saved England from their biggest World Cup disaster versus DR Congo. 7 minutes into the biggest match of England's summer, the unthinkable happened. A team ranked outside the world's top 50 tore through the Three Lions' defense like it was training camp. The scoreboard read DR Congo 1, England 0. And for the next 70 minutes, England looked like they were about to produce the most humiliating World Cup exit in their history. But one man refused to let that happen. By full time, he hadn't just saved his country, he had passed Pelé. Stay with me, because what Harry Kane did in Atlanta today isn't just a great story, it's a masterclass in 3 qualities that separate legends from everyone else. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why this man might be the most underrated great striker of his generation. Let's rewind. Harry Kane arrived at the 2026 World Cup already chasing history. He'd already broken Gary Lineker's long-standing record to become England's all-time top World Cup scorer, doing it with a clinical header in a comfortable win over Panama. At club level, he'd already been in red-hot form for Bayern Munich, and heading into the tournament, he sat 1 goal behind football royalty, Pelé, the Brazilian legend with 3 World Cup titles and 12 career World Cup goals, a mark that had stood as one of the most hallowed numbers in the sport for decades. Today's opponent was DR Congo, a team most pundits expected England to handle comfortably in the round of 32. Nobody predicted what actually happened. The match started as a disaster. In just the 7th minute, DR Congo sliced through England's defense with a sharp counterattack, and their forward squeezed the ball past goalkeeper Jordan Pickford at the near post. Suddenly, the Three Lions, one of the tournament favorites, were staring down an early elimination. And it got worse before it got better. England's first half was messy. Jude Bellingham and Marcus Rashford both had good chances saved by an inspired DR Congo goalkeeper. Then DR Congo almost doubled their lead when a fierce strike cracked off the post. At one point, Harry Kane himself went down in the box under contact, appealing for a penalty. The referee waved it away, judging it a dive. Frustration was building. The commentators were already using words like shock and upset. If you'd told England fans at halftime that their captain was about to make World Cup history in this exact match, most of them wouldn't have believed you. This is the part of the story most highlight reels skip past. Everyone remembers the comeback. Almost nobody talks about how close England came to one of the darkest afternoons in their football history. Then came the moment everything changed. In the 75th minute, with time running out and England's World Cup hopes hanging by a thread, Harry Kane found space in the box and buried an equalizer. That single strike did 2 things at once. It dragged England level at 1-1, and it pulled Pelé level with Pelé's legendary total of 12 World Cup goals. But Kane wasn't finished. Just minutes later, he struck again, a rifled shot that gave England the lead for the first time all match. Final score, England 2, DR Congo 1, a stunning last-gasp comeback. And that second goal didn't just win the match, it made his 13th career World Cup goal, officially surpassing Pelé's all-time mark. In the space of 11 electric minutes, Harry Kane went from a frustrated striker being denied a penalty to a man who had just outscored one of the greatest footballers who ever lived at the World Cup on the sport's biggest stage. Think about the weight of that number. 12 World Cup goals is a mark Pelé built across 4 different tournaments, 16 appearances, and 3 World Cup titles. Kane matched and passed it in a single, chaotic, must-win afternoon in Atlanta. He now sits at 13 World Cup goals, level with France legend Just Fontaine, and just behind an elite group that includes Gerd Müller, Ronaldo Nazario, Miroslav Klose, Kylian Mbappe, and Lionel Messi at the very top. That's not a lucky moment. That's not a fluke brace against a weak opponent. That's a captain delivering when his entire nation's tournament was on the line. Before we get into the 3 reasons this moment matters so much and why I think it changes how we should talk about Kane's legacy, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Football Atlas breaks down the biggest football history moments as they happen, connecting today's headlines to the legends of the past. If you want more stories like this one, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Also, drop a comment below. Where does this Kane performance rank among the great World Cup comebacks you've watched? I read every single one. Now, let's talk about why this actually happened and why it says more about Kane than just one lucky night. 3 reasons Kane beat Pelé and saved England from disaster. Reason number 1, he doesn't panic when the pressure is highest. A lot of strikers get quiet in must-win, must-score moments. Kane does the opposite. Look at the timeline of his tournament. He broke Lineker's England record against Panama. Then, in the match where his team was actually losing, the one match where panic would have been understandable, he delivered 2 goals in 11 minutes when England needed them most. Even after having a penalty appeal turned down and being accused of diving, he didn't sulk or lose focus. He kept working, kept finding positions, and when the ball came, he finished. That mental resilience under maximum pressure is rare, and it's the first real reason he was able to do what he did today. Reason number 2, his scoring is built on consistency, not moments. Here's something people forget about Kane. He isn't a one-tournament wonder. He won the Golden Boot in the 2018 World Cup with 6 goals. He added more goals in Qatar in 2022, and now in 2026, he's already up to 5 goals in this tournament alone, just 1 behind the current Golden Boot leaders. He's only the 2nd England men's player ever to score at 3 different World Cups, joining David Beckham in that exclusive club. Pelé's legacy was built across an entire career of dominance, and remarkably, Kane's numbers show the same pattern of sustained excellence across multiple tournaments, not just a single unforgettable run. Reason number 3, he shows up biggest when the team needs him biggest. This is the reason that should silence any remaining doubters. England's other big names, Bellingham and Rashford, created chances today but couldn't convert them. DR Congo's goalkeeper was having the game of his life, and in that exact moment, when the team's confidence and the country's hopes were slipping away, it was the captain who stepped up, twice, in 11 minutes. That's not just a striker scoring goals, that's a leader carrying a team on his back when everyone else has gone quiet. Former England striker and pundit Gary Lineker, himself the man's record Kane broke, has openly praised Kane as the greatest English striker the country has ever produced. After today, it's getting harder and harder to argue with that. So what does this leave England going forward? England survived their biggest scare of the tournament so far and now moves on to face co-hosts Mexico in the round of 16 at the iconic Estadio Azteca. It's a brutal away test, hostile crowd, historic stadium, elimination stakes. But if today proved anything, it's that when England's back is against the wall, their captain is exactly the man you want holding the ball in the final 20 minutes. And for Kane personally, the numbers keep climbing into rarefied air. 13 World Cup goals now puts him ahead of Pelé and level with Just Fontaine, chasing down Gerd Muller's 14, Ronaldo Nazario's 15, Miroslav Klose's 16, Kylian Mbappe's 18, and Lionel Messi's 19. Every one of those names is a genuine all-time great. Kane is no longer just knocking on that door, he's standing inside the room with them. If this video gave you a new appreciation for what Harry Kane just did, surviving a nightmare start, silencing a penalty controversy, and passing a football god in the same 11 minutes, smash that like button and subscribe to Football Atlas so you never miss the next chapter of this World Cup story. We'll be covering England's round of 16 clash against Mexico, breaking down every angle before and after kickoff. And I want to hear from you. Do you think Harry Kane deserves to be talked about alongside the true legends of World Cup history? Drop your take in the comments. Agree or disagree? I want to see the debate. This is Football Atlas. We'll see you in the next one.